Yeah. So, very good morning to all of you. You're able to see my screen? Yes?
Yes,
Someone give me
sir.
an yes. Okay. So today
Yes,
I'm
sir.
going to brief you on the topic of pointers. Okay. So I'll be explaining you what is a pointer. I hope you all know what is a variable, right? What is a variable? A variable is something that it is a name that is given that you want to save something in a system. For example, if you say int I, integer is the data type which is represented by int, and I is an integer variable. Okay, so I say I is an integer variable. So if you say integer stores 4 bytes, I will be stored 4 bytes. Okay, and if you say integer is 2 bytes, I will be assigned 2 bytes. Okay, and I can take an value, say for example I equal to 9 means 9 is the value that will be assigned in the location. So let me start. Very simple. Int I. Okay, when you say int I, what it does, I is a variable. It is assigned a location in the system with the address as 100. I repeat again. Int I is the variable. It is assigned a location in the system with the address 100. Now when I say I equal to 10, okay, what does it do? The computer already has a memory location 100 wherein it is named as I, and it stores the value as 10. Okay, I repeat again. I is equal to 10. Integer I is a variable which is assigned the value 10. I is already assigned the address 100, and in that 100 address location you are storing the value 10. So in simple terms, in C, when you say printf percentage d comma I, what it says, it outputs the value 10. Okay, so this we are all aware of this. Again, if you want to know the address of I, there is another concept where you say as, if you say printf percentage u ampersand I, which means address of I, the value, the address 100 comes out. Okay, so when you say int I is a variable that can take an integer value. When you say print percentage d I, it prints the value of I. When you say print percentage u ampersand I, it prints the address of I. Okay, so always you must understand that when you say a variable is something that you visualize, but in terms of system or in terms of the computer memory, it has an address, right? So I am fixing the address as 100. Remember, the system need not fix it as 100, it can fix it as anything on the fly. Okay, fine. So with this short, we'll go into a pointer concept. Okay, remember, a pointer is something that is going to hold an address. Okay, note this point very carefully. A pointer is something that is going to hold an address. An address, the size of the address is the size of int. It can be 2 or 4. Okay, so if I say integer pointer, that pointer will point to an integer value. If I say a character pointer, that pointer is going to point to a character value. If I say float pointer, that pointer is going to point to a float value. However, the size of the pointer is always equal to the size of int, irrespective of whether it may point to a character or whether it may point to a float or whether it may point to an array or anything. Okay, because a pointer will have only the address of something else. Okay, so visualize this. Let us look at this. Int I comma star j. Okay, so I is, when I is declared, immediately, as we saw in the previous example, I, a location is fixed in computer memory. Okay, just hope it's recording. Yes. Okay, and then what I say in star j. Okay, again when I say in star j, again j is fixed another location, say 998. Okay, when I say, there is a difference between star and without star. When I say without star, it is a normal variable. When I say star, it is a pointer variable. Okay, when I say a single star, it is single pointer. When I say a double star, it is a double pointer. Right, so here you should understand that ampersand means address of operator and star means dereferencing operator. For example, star j, it means you are dereferencing the value at address 998. Okay, fine. So let us get into deeper. For example, now I say j equal to ampersand of I. a pointer variable can always take the address of another variable, right? So j is equal to ampersand of I, which means address of I. So what is address of I? Address of I is 100. So now j is taking the value 100. Okay, clear? In short, I'll come again. Int I location is done with address 100. In star j, a pointer variable j with address 998 is there, right? A pointer variable always has the address of another variable. So now see here the address is null, right? Now what I say, j is equal to ampersand I. Since I've said j is equal to ampersand I, the ampersand I address of I is 100 and that is put in j. Okay. So now if I say star j, you will get a value. If I say j, you will get a value. If I say simply j, you will get the value of 100. If I say address of j, you will get the value 998. If I say star j, that means dereference 100. You go to 100 and if I has been given a value, you will get that value. Okay. Let it be a little bit more crystal clear, right? One second. Okay. Fine. So here what we do is, yes, I'm back. Sorry. Okay. So let us look at again another example. See, for example, in short, you say int I star IP double star IPP. Okay. So IP is a pointer variable, I is a normal variable, and IPP is a double pointer. Okay. So when I say I equal to 99, when I say the statement I equal to 99, what happens? 99 value is assigned to I, which has the address 1000 here. Okay. I have assigned the address of I as 1000. Okay. Now I am saying IP equal to address of I. So IP is a variable that would have been initialized with an address 56. And when I say IP equal to address of I, IP's value becomes address of I. So address of I is 1000. So in turn, IP's value become 1000. Okay. So star IP means value of address at IP. So when I say star IP, when I say star IP, what is the address of IP? 1000. So value at 1000. Value at 1000 is 99. Okay. Clear? Fine. I'll say this again. You have a variable I and IP. So as soon as you create a variable, I is given the address 1000 and IP variable is given the address 56. Okay. So I is assigned the value 99 through this assignment option. So immediately what happens? You can say I has the value 99 or 1000. The address 1000 holds the value 99. Okay. So this in short can be two things. The value of I is 99 or ampersand of I is 1000. Okay. So two things you infer from here. Again, if you take IP, once IP is created, IP has the address 56. Okay. And IP is equal to address of I. If you see what is address of I, address of I is 1000. So IP takes the value 1000. Right. So here I can say star of IP is, when I say pointer variable as star of IP, star of 1000, that star of 1000 is 99. Okay. So in short, to get the value 99, you can say I as well as star IP. Okay. You can say I as well as star IP. Oh, sorry, I'm back. Okay. So now let's go into deeper. Okay. So now what are the different ways to print a value of I? I will run a program and show you also after this session. Okay. So if you see here, you can have it as int I star IP double star IP. For the one last time, I'm going to reiterate again all the three terms. Please listen carefully because at this end of this session, you must be aware of how it is being done. Okay. So when I say int I, immediately an I location address is given, star IP and IP with location 2000 is given, double star IP and IPP with location 3000 is given. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign the value I equal to 99, right? So I equal to 99 comes here. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to assign the value IP equal to address of I. So IP is equal to address of I is 1000, so IP is assigned value 1000. Again, IPP is equal to address of IP. Okay. Now, when I say address of IP is 2000. So this 2000 is assigned here. Okay. Now, in short, when I say star IP, you get the value 99. Double star IP, you get the value 99. How it is done? Let us look in detail. Okay. To print I values. So explicitly, if you say printf percentage %d I, what happens? 99 is printed. Again, I said if you put star IP, right? To print, if you just put printf percentage star IP, we say value of address at IP. So value of ampersand address is 1000. So value of 1000 is 99. So when I say simply star IP, if I simply say IP, it will print the value 1000. Okay. When I say star IP, value of that 1000. So value of that 1000 is 99. Okay. So that is what is coming here. The other mode of printing is double star IP, right? So if you take theoretically value of IPP, okay. So 2 times value of IPP. So first time if you see value of IPP is 2000, again value of the 2000 is 1000, again the answer is 99. Okay. So you will be able to get it as 99. Okay. Getting some chat. No. Okay. Fine. Right. So double star IP. Okay. Then again star ampersand I. What happens here? When you take address of I, the address of I is 1000. Star of 1000 is 99. Okay. Star address of I, star of 1000, value at 1000 is 99. So when you look at here, star ampersand I. So star ampersand I is 1000. Okay. Star of ampersand I is 99. Okay. So this is another way that you can do it. Again, double star IP. So what happens actually when we talk dereference, ampersand IP. So first time when you dereference ampersand IP, it is dereferencing 2000. So when you dereference 2000, you get 1000. Again, when you dereference 1000, you get 99. Okay, I will take you to the example again. Have this double star ampersand IP. Go back to this one, right? We said dereference ampersand IP, right? So what is ampersand IP? 2000. So dereference 2000, you get 1000. Again, you dereference 1000, you get 99. Okay. So this is the way you're able to get it. Okay. The next thing is ampersand IPP. So if you dereference thrice, so ampersand IPP is 3000. Okay. So first time you dereference 3000, you get the value 2000. Am I right? See here, first time you dereference 3000, you get the value 2000. Second time you dereference 2000, you get the value 1000. Third time you dereference the value 1000, you get the value 99. So that's why we say triple star ampersand IP. Okay. In short, a star and an ampersand cancels each other. Okay. So that is the way also you can have it as a shortcut method for you. Okay. So different ways to print address of I with all the three concepts that we have. This was the same instance we had. Okay. I is 1000, I address is 1000, value is 999. So now I want to print the address of I in different ways. Okay. So the first thing is simplest form, percentage %u ampersand I. Okay. Address is printed. The next thing is percentage %u star ampersand I, ampersand IP. So what is the address of IP? It is 2000. And when I take star of 2000, it is 1000. So you're getting the address of I again. The next concept is star IPP. Yes, Initially I said star IP is 99. So now similarly star IPP is 1000. So that is the way you get the address also. Okay. Star IPP means star of 2000. So star of 2000 is 1000. Okay. That's the third option. The fourth option is double star IPP. Okay. So double star IPP means double star ampersand IP. So what I've done, there is one value of, and that ampersand address of IPP is 3000. Okay. So initially value at 3000 is 2000. So value at 2000 is 1000. So this is a different representation I've done for you. Okay. The next simpler thing is percentage U IP. You just print IP with the U symbol, you get its address. Okay. So this is the way you get the program. Okay. Now I'm going to present the code blocks. I'm going to run the program and show you. Okay. So it's not. I'll do the entire screen then. You're able to see my code block screen. I have a program here. Can someone please reply?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, I have an int I star IP double star IPP. Okay. I've given the I value as 99. And whatever I have said, all those things I have mentioned here. Okay. I have given the value of ISI, the value of IP, star IP. I have given the different types, value of I and address of I, whatever I have discussed. And when I run this program, see, you're able to see my screen, the value of I is 9999, the different things that we discussed. Okay, fine. So what I'm doing is I'm going to save this presentation for you so that stop record.